What habit keeps some older folks' homes spotless while others struggle? The truth might surprise you. Clean homes don't come from deep cleaning sprees or hiring expensive outside help. They are the result of small, consistent habits done every single day. These tiny actions build up over time and create a lasting sense of order, peace, and well-being. It's these small moments, done repeatedly, that give older adults their sense of calm, even when life is constantly changing. In fact, there are 6 simple things that tidy older adults do almost without thinking, and these tiny habits make all the difference. As we get older, the idea of cleaning can feel heavier, more draining, and sometimes even overwhelming. It's easy to feel that the energy you once had to tackle cleaning tasks has diminished. But the truth is, those who manage to maintain peaceful, organized spaces well into their 70s and 80s usually aren't working harder, they're just working smarter. They've learned how to create an environment that supports them, where their space feels calm, fresh, and welcoming. Not because they've overexerted themselves, but because they've learned the quiet power of small, intentional actions every day. In this video, we'll explore 6 habits that older adults with clean homes practice every single day. These aren't tips about scrubbing floors or organizing closets. These are about mindset, flow, and small behaviors that build order effortlessly over time. These habits aren't just about cleaning. They're about creating a space that nourishes the soul, that invites peace, and that enhances your overall well-being. If you've ever looked around and thought, why does my space feel more cluttered than it used to? Or, why can't I keep up like I did years ago? Then this video is exactly for you. Because the answer isn't about age, it's about approach. Stay with us until the end, because once you understand these 6 habits, you'll see that creating a cleaner home doesn't have to be tiring. It just has to be intentional, and you'll realize that small changes can lead to lasting peace in your home. 1. A morning reset ritual. One of the most consistent habits among older adults with clean homes is the way they begin their mornings. It's a simple, small act that signals to their environment, and to themselves, that the day has begun with purpose. It might be something as small as making the bed right after waking up or wiping the bathroom sink after brushing their teeth. But the point isn't about what task is done, it's that something is done. That first tiny reset creates a domino effect. It's a way of taking control. When you take a moment to make the bed or straighten something in your space, it brings clarity to the mind, a sense of readiness to the day, and a feeling of peace. That 1 minute of order can lead to 5 minutes of tidying up. 5 minutes might turn into a quick vacuuming or putting away items that were left out the night before. But none of it feels overwhelming because it all started with something small and satisfying. Take Richard, a 75-year-old widower from Chicago, who keeps a tidy 1-bedroom apartment. Every morning, without fail, he straightens his bed covers, folds his pajamas, and places them in a drawer. That simple act, he says, is my way of saying, today I'm here. This space matters. And when your space matters to you, it becomes easier to care for it without it feeling like a chore. Richard doesn't do this out of obligation. He does it because it gives him clarity. It grounds him. He's not rushing to clean when guests come over. He doesn't feel embarrassed when his daughter drops by unexpectedly. He's already done the most important part. He started the day with intention. Many people underestimate how much energy is wasted just staring at clutter. When the bed is unmade, the floor has yesterday's clothes, and the dishes are still waiting, the mind doesn't relax. It stays slightly agitated, like a radio buzzing faintly in the background. But when you walk into a room and see that something, even one thing, is in its place, your body and mind can finally breathe. There's no shame, no panic, just quiet order. And the beauty of this habit is that it takes almost no time. It's not about deep cleaning. It's about creating a fresh canvas every morning, even if it's just one drawer, one countertop, or one corner. That first small act of tidiness is often the spark that helps the rest of the day unfold in peace. 2. A gentle daily cleaning routine. Another defining habit of older adults who keep clean homes isn't about cleaning harder, it's about cleaning regularly. The truth is, most of them don't spend hours scrubbing or dedicating their weekends to massive cleaning sprees. Instead, they do a little bit each day, just enough to stay ahead of the mess without ever feeling buried by it. And that's the secret. They don't wait until it gets bad. They prevent it from getting bad in the first place. Let me tell you about Evelyn, a 79-year-old woman from Albuquerque, New Mexico, who has a home that smells like fresh linen and lavender every time you step inside. When asked how she keeps it so tidy, she just smiles and says, "Oh, I clean one room a day. That's all." Mondays are for the kitchen, Tuesdays, she dusts the living room, Wednesdays, it's the bedroom, sheets and windows. Nothing dramatic, just 10 to 20 minutes at a steady pace. By the time the week ends, every part of her home has been touched, but never in a way that leaves her exhausted. This kind of rhythm offers more than cleanliness, it brings peace of mind. You don't have to wonder, when will I get around to that mess? Because the answer is already in your routine. And when something spills out of place, it's easier to correct it right away because there's already a foundation of order underneath. Routines are like invisible scaffolding. They hold the day together quietly without shouting. When your cleaning becomes part of the flow of your week, it stops feeling like a burden. It becomes a background habit, like brushing your teeth or watering a plant. And when you skip a day, that's okay too, because you're never more than a step behind. One important part of this is that the routine fits the person, not the other way around. A clean home doesn't mean doing everything every day. It means doing the right thing at the right time, in a way that matches your energy. You're not running a hotel. You're living your life. Your home should support you, not drain you. 3. A place for everything. One of the most powerful habits older adults with clean homes share is having a designated place for everything they own. That doesn't mean they live in sterile minimalist spaces. Quite the opposite, actually. Their homes often feel warm, lived in, and full of stories. But even in those cozy spaces, there's order because everything has a home. Take Linda, a 78-year-old woman from Charleston, South Carolina, who lives in a charming 3-bedroom home by herself. She keeps her home tidy and inviting. Her knitting basket is beside her favorite chair, the remote always rests on a specific tray by the lamp, and her keys hang on the same hook near the door. You won't find her opening drawers in a panic or searching through piles of mail to find a letter. That's because she's already decided where everything goes, and more importantly, she always returns it there. This habit may seem simple, but it changes everything. When items have no home, clutter builds up fast. Mail ends up in the kitchen, glasses go missing, socks pile on chairs. But when you take the time to give everything a home, it becomes easier, almost automatic, to maintain order. You don't need to clean as often because the mess doesn't have a chance to spread. There's also something deeply calming about predictability. When you always know where something is, you feel anchored. Your mind relaxes, and you move through your day with less stress, fewer interruptions, and more confidence. That sense of flow becomes part of your peace. 4. A light daily tidy up. One habit that truly separates those with consistently clean homes from the rest is a quiet but powerful ritual: the light daily tidy up. It's not a big cleaning spree or a deep scrub session. It's the simple act of resetting your space before it has a chance to fall out of balance. Take Maria, an 80-year-old woman from Portland, Oregon, who lives in a home she's cherished for over 40 years. Each morning, after her tea, she makes a quick round, wiping the kitchen counters, folding the throw on the couch, straightening the shoes by the front door. The whole thing takes under 15 minutes, yet it makes the entire house feel clean because nothing ever gets too far out of hand. This habit is all about rhythm. People with tidy homes don't wait for clutter to pile up, they catch it while it's still small. That way, a mess never becomes overwhelming. By the time others are thinking, "I should probably do a deep clean," Maria has already made 3 or 4 light passes through her space, without breaking a sweat. There's also a psychological benefit. When you do a little bit every day, you feel like your home is always ready for you, and for others. You don't dread surprise visitors. You don't walk into a room and sigh at what needs to be done. Instead, you walk in and breathe easier. Your space supports you, not the other way around. 5. Emotional connection to their environment. Older adults with clean homes often share something deeper than just a checklist of chores. They feel emotionally connected to their environment. Their home isn't just a building or a storage unit. It's a living space filled with meaning. And this connection quietly motivates them to care for it with consistency and love. Take Edward, a 77-year-old widower from Atlanta, Georgia. Since his wife passed away several years ago, their home holds memories in every corner. Photos of their travels, furniture they picked out together, even the way sunlight hits the dining room table in the morning. Edward doesn't just clean his home out of obligation. He does it as an act of honor. Keeping it tidy is his way of showing respect for the life they built together. People like Edward don't need to be reminded to clean. They see their surroundings as an extension of themselves. When they wipe the kitchen counters, they're not just cleaning, they're preserving a part of their story. This emotional connection creates a natural loop of motivation. The more emotionally attached you are to your space, the more likely you are to notice the small things: a dusty shelf, a dish left out, a light bulb that needs changing. These actions feel like stewardship, quiet moments of appreciation. 6. Willingness to let go of what no longer serves them. One of the most overlooked habits of older adults with clean, peaceful homes is their ability to let go. Over time, they've learned that a home filled with outdated belongings, broken items, and things they no longer use doesn't just take up space. It quietly drains their energy and clarity. Take Carol, a 79-year-old from Denver, Colorado, who lived in the same home for over 30 years. Over time, she had collected gifts from friends, knickknacks from vacations, and furniture that no longer served her. But when Carol retired, she made a choice. Instead of holding on to everything, she chose to keep only what brought her peace. She sold or gave away items with no hard feelings. Her house didn't get smaller, it became lighter. This willingness to release isn't just about physical clutter, it's mental too. When you walk into a home like Carol's, you feel it. It's calm, breathable, and uncluttered. You don't feel like you're stepping into the past. You feel like you're stepping into someone who is fully present. Letting go makes room not just for more stuff, but for more peace. Now that we've looked at these 6 everyday habits, take a moment to think about your own home. Is it a space that brings you peace, clarity, and comfort? Or has it slowly become a place where things pile up and decisions get postponed? The good news is that the habits we've explored aren't extreme or out of reach. They're simple, intentional choices repeated every day that make a lasting difference. People with clean homes don't just clean, they live with purpose. They make small decisions over and over that create an environment of ease and calm. Whether it's wiping the sink after brushing their teeth, putting things back in their place right away, or quietly letting go of the clutter they no longer need, these actions build upon each other to create something powerful. And what's more, these habits don't just change your home, they change how you feel inside that home. Less overwhelmed, more in control, and more free to focus on what matters. So ask yourself, which of these 6 habits can you start practicing today? You don't have to change everything overnight. Just choose one, let it settle in, let it become part of your rhythm, and then slowly add another. Over time, you'll begin to notice something wonderful. Your home becomes not just cleaner, but more peaceful. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.